Have you ever felt it? A tension in the air, a weight pressing down on the world. It's more than news or daily struggles. It's a deeper battle within us all. This is a spiritual battle, ancient, invisible, yet everywhere. The question is, are we aware we're in it? Only with new vision can we find our footing and become beacons of light. Look at the world around you. Turn on the news, and what do you see? You see images of war, of cities turned to rubble, of people fleeing for their lives. You hear the sounds of shouting, of sirens, of grief. These physical conflicts are horrifyingly real. They bring immense suffering and pain. But what if they're only the final brutal expression of a conflict that began long before the first shot was fired? What if every war on earth is simply a shadow of a deeper spiritual war? A struggle between the forces that seek to build and unite and those that seek to destroy and divide. Consider the anger that fuels these conflicts. It doesn't appear from nowhere. It's cultivated, nurtured, and spread like a virus. It poisons minds, hardens hearts, and turns neighbors into enemies. This pervasive anger, this collective rage, is a powerful weapon in the spiritual battle. It blinds us to our shared humanity. It makes us forget that the person on the other side is just like us. A soul with hopes, dreams, and fears. When we're consumed by anger, we become soldiers in a war we don't even realize we're fighting, serving an agenda that's not our own. Are we controlling our anger, or is it controlling us? This spiritual battle is waged in the quiet moments of our lives as well. It's present in the bitter arguments that fracture families. It's there in the corporate boardrooms where greed triumphs over ethics. It's in the schoolyards where bullying crushes a child's spirit. These are not just social problems, they're spiritual wounds. They're evidence that the forces of negativity, of hatred, and of fear are at work, subtly influencing our choices and our interactions. They thrive in the darkness of ignorance, preying on our insecurities and our pain to pull us further away from the light. The greatest trick of this invisible war is making us believe it doesn't exist. It convinces us that all conflict is purely political, purely economic, or purely personal. It encourages us to fight over the symptoms while ignoring the disease. But faith, in its many forms, offers us a lens to see through this illusion. Whether you call it spirituality, religion, or a deep connection to the universe, it provides a framework for understanding these deeper truths. It reminds us that we're more than just physical beings caught in a chaotic world. We are spiritual beings, and we have a role to play in this cosmic struggle for peace and understanding. The war on our screens is just the final act of a deeper conflict. Our world, once a harmonious orchestra, now plays a discordant tune. Fear, anger, and chaos, replacing peace and unity. Forces whisper through leaders, communities, and our media, amplifying division and anxiety. But recognizing this, we can choose to play our own note of peace. The greatest battles of this spiritual war aren't fought on the world stage, but within you. Every thought, every reaction is a front line. Doubt, apathy, and fear try to take hold. But you have the power to choose light over darkness. This is where the war is truly won, one choice at a time. Negativity is a slow-acting poison, corroding our hope and joy. Like weeds in a garden, it starts small but can overrun our spirit if left unchecked. We must become conscious guardians of our minds, choosing what we let in. Seek out the good, the beautiful, and the hopeful. Let light in. Confusion is a powerful tool of darkness, a thick fog that obscures our path and makes us doubt ourselves. Overwhelmed by noise and conflicting voices, we lose our sense of direction and confidence. Stillness, meditation, and time in nature help the fog thin, revealing our inner compass. Trusting our heart's wisdom is the only way to walk confidently through confusion. The most ancient tool of darkness is division, convincing us we are separate, drawing lines between us and them. It magnifies our differences, deepens the trenches, and turns the human family against itself. We forget our shared essence, focusing on labels instead of our common humanity. To resist, we must see beyond the labels, practice empathy, and remember, we are all threads in a single tapestry. When you open your eyes to the invisible war, everything changes. Suddenly, the world shifts from black and white to vibrant color. You see patterns beneath the chaos, and calm replaces confusion. Like Etty Hillesum, you realize awakening isn't escaping the battle, but finding peace and purpose within it, even in the darkest times. When you become spiritually aware, you realize you're not defenseless. You have an armor of light, built from compassion, forgiveness, and hope, that shields you from negativity. Like Mandela, you can rise above suffering, transforming pain into strength. Each positive choice adds to your armor, making you a sanctuary for others, a beacon of peace in the storm. Spiritual awareness fundamentally transforms your role in this cosmic conflict. It moves you from the position of a victim to that of a victor. As a victim, you feel that life is happening to you. You believe you are at the mercy of external forces, the economy, politics, the actions of others. This mindset is exactly what the forces of darkness want. A victim feels powerless, resigned, and easily controlled. They see the negativity and conflict in the world as an unstoppable tide that will inevitably sweep them away. This belief becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, as a sense of helplessness paralyzes the spirit and prevents any meaningful action. But when you awaken spiritually, you realize a profound truth. You're a co-creator of your reality. While you may not control every event that happens in the world, you have absolute sovereignty over your inner world. You control your thoughts, your reactions, and the energy you choose to broadcast. This is the ultimate reclamation of power. You understand that the spiritual battle is not won by changing the world outside, but by mastering the world within. This shift in understanding moves you from a defensive posture to an offensive one. Not an offense of aggression, but an offense of creation, of deliberately projecting light into the darkness. Consider the story of Malala Yousafzai. As a young girl, she was brutally targeted by forces of darkness that sought to extinguish her light and the light of education for girls. They tried to silence her with violence. In a purely physical sense, she was a victim of a horrific attack. However, her spiritual awareness and unwavering faith refused to accept that role. Instead of being silenced by fear, she amplified her voice. She understood that her spirit could not be harmed by a bullet. She reclaimed her power, not by seeking revenge, but by transforming her personal tragedy into a global platform for peace and education. Malala's journey shows us that true victory is not the absence of struggle, but the refusal to be defined by it. She took the energy of the attack against her and transmuted it into a force for good that has inspired millions. This is the power available to every single one of us. By becoming spiritually aware, we stop seeing ourselves as casualties of the invisible war. We see ourselves as essential soldiers for the light. We realize our every thought of love, our every act of kindness, is a strategic victory that pushes back the shadows. You are not a pawn in this game. You are a king or a queen, and your inner kingdom is yours to command. We know the enemy and their weapons. Now how do we fight back? Not with more darkness, but with tools of the spirit, prayer, meditation, and mindfulness. Prayer isn't just asking for things, it's aligning with a higher wisdom, declaring you're not alone, and drawing strength beyond fear. Meditation is your training ground. In silence, you observe your thoughts, realize you are not them, and find the calm center within the storm. Mindfulness brings this awareness into every moment. Washing dishes, listening, or simply breathing, anchoring you in the present where peace lives. These practices don't destroy darkness. They transform it, illuminating your world from within. The enemy thrives on chaos and distraction. Your stillness is your shield. When you choose these tools, you break the cycle of reaction and reclaim your power. Every moment of conscious presence is a victory. The battle is won not by force, but by the steady, quiet light you carry. These are your weapons of light. Use them daily. Spiritual tools only work if you use them consistently, in the small moments. Start your day with intention, a prayer, a breath, a commitment to compassion. Throughout the day, pause, breathe. Notice when anger or stress rises and use it as a cue to return to your center. Transform routine into ritual. Let lunch be a time for nourishment, not just food. When negativity appears, step back, breathe, and choose your response. End your day with gentle reflection. Celebrate your victories, forgive your stumbles, and release the day's burdens. This daily rhythm is your spiritual armor. Small conscious choices build resilience. The light you weave into your routine becomes the foundation of your strength. Your inner peace is not insignificant. It ripples outward, changing the world. Like a stone in a pond, your calm influences everyone around you. A peaceful presence can de-escalate conflict, inspire hope, and soften hearts. You are a broadcasting tower. Your energy shapes your environment. When you choose peace, you make it easier for others to do the same. This is activism at its most fundamental. Tending your own light so others can find theirs. You don't need to solve every problem. Just keep your own flame burning. Millions of small lights together can dispel any darkness. Darkness seems powerful, but it's only the absence of light. It cannot win. Light always prevails, even if it's just a single match in a dark room. Every act of forgiveness, understanding, or gratitude reclaims ground from fear and division. The real battle is in your daily choices, not some distant, epic showdown. Courage is choosing hope in the face of pain. Compassion is extending grace to yourself and others. Consistency matters more than perfection. Don't be discouraged by the scale. Be inspired by your power to choose light, moment by moment. The dawn comes one ray at a time. Your choices matter. You are not called to defeat every shadow, just to be a beacon. Tend your own flame with care and consistency, becoming a guidepost for others. The spiritual path is a journey, not a destination. Keep learning, growing, and nurturing your spirit. Your calm is revolutionary. Your love is healing. And your presence ripples farther than you know. A kind word, a peaceful home, or honest work can change lives in ways you'll never see. Stand tall, spiritual warrior. The battle is real, but you're equipped. Be courageous, compassionate, and consistent. Let your life prove that light persists, even in the darkest night. Your journey is hope for others. The victory is forged within your own heart. Shine on. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and like to support the channel.